It's number one versus number two. These matchups are special. The entire landscape looking in today on this one, and they become a part of college football history. Hopefully, we'll get something epic. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium, home field, the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last season's national champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Late in the season here, this one has all kinds of playoff implications, Kirk. You got to believe the winner here is in the pole position for that top playoff seed.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So much at stake here. Absolutely. Whoever wins this one, to me, is in the driver's seat for the rest of the year. We're in the back nine of the season. Let's see who can win this one and claim to be that most dominant team.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On the move now. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
And it's a bunch formation. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Catch made down inside the 25. And the junior makes an outstanding catch.
You got to be careful of creating one-on-one opportunities against this offense. You start to get your safeties down a little bit close to the line of scrimmage, you're going to create one-on-one chances, and this quarterback is good enough to make you pay for it.
The Wolverines pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Trying to catch the defense with the draw. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, you almost feel bad for the running back here. There's just nowhere to go. He ends up trying to bounce it to get to the outside on the draw, but the defense covered up all the gaps and made that impossible. It's another nice job by this defense.
Been a really solid drive, and now a challenge here coming up on 2nd and 13. Grabbed by the receiver. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
So now on comes the field goal unit. For this distance will be from 38 yards out. Knocks that one right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Tried to make something happen on the return, but steps out at the 23. The shotgun running play call. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Well, the season just got a lot more intense. This could be fun. Premier 1 versus 2 matchup, Kirk, right here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, middle of the year to get 1 versus 2. This obviously is going to have a lot of implications as far as the playoff is concerned. And I'm just curious to see a big game like this. Do you ease your way in, or do you take a couple big swings to try to establish who could be the dominating team?
Well, stop with the 34. That will be a first down.
Well, the scouting report says these guys like to mix in some option, and here it is early in this game, and they're trying to establish it. Nice pitch here and a big game for the offense.
1st and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. We'll bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Looking to build on this lead on this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Third down play for this offense. He keeps it on a design run. The Wolverines keep the football on the move. And the Wolverines will have 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Haynes. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's hit as he throws it. And the ball is incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. They're going to trust the kicker from 56 yards out. Let's see if he's got the distance. And he's got it with ease from 56 yards away. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. We'll check out the stats now through the opening period. Now they get set to kick it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. He'll start at the 25. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The shotgun handoff here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
A gain makes it second and medium. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. That's the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, South Carolina.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Wolverines' offense is back on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch is made. Room to run here. They've got him, but not before making first down yardage. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
And looking to throw now on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
And on the carry, he's heading left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Gets the first and still running. Will be muscled out of bounds, very close to the goal line.
That back was shot out of a gun. How quick did he accelerate to pick up those yards? Just an electric run. Somehow he's knocked out of bounds at just the 1-yard line. Boy, he deserved a touchdown there.
The Wolverines line up with a first and goal. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
The offense knocking on the door with a first and goal. Trying to power in for the touchdown. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a first and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no. They're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Design quarterback run. The ball is out close to the goal line. The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect them. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He was very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He escapes the pocket. Looking to the end zone. It's intercepted. Put across his body. Brought down after a short return. But the pick sets up his offense.
And this is a big-time play by this linebacker showing his versatility. We know he can stop the run, but in zone defense with cover 2, he's got an area he's got to be able to defend, and it's exactly what he did. And I don't know if the quarterback even saw him or knew that he was capable of making a play like that.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. To throw, it's Barnett. Receiver makes the catch. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, well, you might as well just keep attacking just like that.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Finds his target, and it's complete. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Man, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a first down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
1st down, looking to throw the football. A deep shot to the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Gamecocks have 1st and 10 here. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Here's the 2nd down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. They finally stop them at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Boy, this running back is fun to watch, isn't he, Chris? After that run, he's now over the century mark on the day. What an afternoon he's enjoying.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Dropping back. It's Barnett. He's running out of time here. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it deep to begin the second half. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the 3rd quarter. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking deep down the left side. Gets right down near the 10, and he's still going. The way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The BAT, they stretch the lead to 14-6. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Really good job here showing discipline by this defense. Seeing that corner route, did exactly what they needed to do to be in position to make that an incompletion.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. situation with the offense. 3rd and long on their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Fires it on the move. Falls incomplete. They misfire for a 3rd consecutive time.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go for the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, well, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And they'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air, and they keep it going here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Catch made on the left side to the 45. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They're going to run the option. Pitches to the back. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Throwing off play action. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Defense is coming after him. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Oh, and he fumbles.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
He's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
And there's the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it to the back. That's out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
That's a good read. Got him a little bit closer to that first down and a nice chunk. Now, I bet before too long, we're going to see that quarterback pull it, try to get a chunk of yards himself as well.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, South Carolina, as they put 6 more on the board. They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT.
Just get this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Picks up the first, looking for more. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. When this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Here comes a first down pass attempt. That's reeled in. It's Stewart. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They'll try a pass here. With the catch, it's Parker. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that.
And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To the air, it's Barnett. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And as we take a break, we'll take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. A quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the handoff. Breaks an open space. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
Second down after that previous play. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Looking for a man deep down the left side. Catch made inside the 10. Steps out of bounds after a huge pickup, but hang on. There is a penalty marker on the play. This one might be coming back. And the Gamecocks hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. And they'll use the ground game here. He runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The first play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Pulls it in. It's Fleming. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a first down. Great play.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Looking to throw again. Finds his man. It's Morgan. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
A fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. Handoff to the back. Past the 45. Breaks loose at the 40. They're held out of bounds after another big game. They have chewed up this defense with the ground game today.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
He'll pitch it. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Good job by the defense forcing this pitch to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands. The problem is they gave up some positive yards there, but at least they brought him down.
So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 24. Could be 4-down territory. Interested to see what the call is here. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They continue to roll up the score.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And the point after is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Trying to create here on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, Chris. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
They look to throw it here on second down. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Marsh. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead. And I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
No gain makes it second down and goal from the 5. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense facing second and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. On the move now. Trying to run it in. The defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that battle.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes him one of the top backs in the country.
Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And the defense smothers him for no gain. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. So the running play stuffed on first down brings up 2nd and 10 from their 25. Looking to pass, it's Barnett. There's a screen pass to the running back. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Lets it fly to the wideout. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. And that play should secure an upset. Kirk, this is a team that told us, forget the rankings. We're here to make a strong statement as we get to the stretch run, and they've done that today.
Well, these guys really looked apart today. Stepped up when a lot of people had questions if they could play in this kind of game. The answer is yes. Now they have to handle being that team with expectations. Not every team handles that well, but I'm excited to see how they deal with that in the coming weeks.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Chewing clock with the running game. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A deep shot to the left side. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They've got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out. And that play should just about seal it. Number 2 is going to take down number 1, Kirk. They told us they were going to make a strong statement here about supremacy in the sport here in the middle of the season.
And they sure have done that. Anytime you can knock off the number 1 team in the country, you're going to have to now deal with expectations and having that big target on your back. Still a long way to go in this season, but this has become a very confident football team.
2nd down and goal. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So denied on back-to-back runs. Now it's 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
Point after, not quite through. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
21.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He lets it rip. Oh, that one's picked off. Could take it all the way. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw. It's Barnett. Takes a shot at the end zone. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. This matchup had folks around the country stopping and paying attention. We expected a tough battle right down to the final minute, but this was a blowout as number 1 just gets humbled.
I'm just in complete shock. You know, anytime you see 2 top 5 teams, you'd always expect to see a competitive game. But this number 1 ranked team, I don't think they were mentally prepared, plain and simple. When you're facing a top 5 opponent with a bad mindset, things like this are going to happen.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.